Nicky Hawkins just come back from London Stadium virtually. It was West Ham 3, Leicester 2. Yes, if we was at the London Stadium, mate, we'd be having heart attacks together, I'm sure.
I know we need a lot of ambulances, mate, and I'll be top of the queue, I think. Oh, my God. I was thinking, like, how many nappies do I need? All my kids are grown up now anyway. I wish there was a few spare, mate. Oh, my God. And I was saying to the
They can't keep doing this to us, Yaz. They can't.
I kept thinking, like, it was 3-3, then it was 3-2, and now it's going to be 3-1. So we're getting better. Next game will be 3-0, but no, it's 3-2. Oh, my God. But for my comments last week when I was losing faith, getting nervous, even yesterday thinking we're going to lose this one, I have to hold my hands up and say, okay, great performance. But like you said, it's kind of a game of two halves, really, isn't it? Going back to the Arsenal game, we're brushing teams aside who are very decent. Arsenal, Wolves, Leicester. Who the hell goes 3-0 up against these teams? Like, brushes them aside. Great tactics by the manager. I thought first half we kind of didn't let them play to their strengths. They were struggling, didn't know what to do. Great finishing by Lingard. Bowen kind of stepped up, man of the match for me. Really did well. Them two interchanged being in terms of who's up front. And kind of played like the Man City model. We didn't really have anyone up front. People are just ending up in the area and interchanging with each other. So perhaps Leicester didn't know who to mark, how to handle us, really. Absolutely brilliant. But then the other side of it is Johnson came on, and Johnson, Masuaku, and Nikki, they're like Lauren Hardy, them two. I didn't know what they were doing. Johnson was like carefully caressing the ball out of play. And I'm like, smash it, mate. Put your foot through it. Get rid of it. And he didn't want to hurt the ball. Masuaku, first goal they scored. We know what happened. The only good thing I'll say is he's learned not to give a penalty away. So he was very close 2-3 times in terms of kicking their player, and they would have gone down like Salah did, as we know. I don't know what to think, Nicky. We're fourth in the league. Thought we lost Noble, but he came back. Again, I got to hold my hands up. I just felt that Noble perhaps wasn't the right time for him to play anymore, and he proved me wrong again. So the team just keeps proving me wrong, and we keep grinding at results. But what's happening in the second half, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't blame the manager. He's having a go at them. You could hear him saying things to Arthur like, get up, wake up, go there. But we got over the line.
Encouraging signs, mate. As I said a couple of weeks ago, starting with the Arsenal game, the football we played to go 3-0 up was magnificent. Same with Wolves, and the best we've played all season. And we keep on producing these pockets of this. I think for 20 minutes against Arsenal, we were brilliant. For first half against Wolves, we were brilliant. For 70 minutes today, we were brilliant. What I would say is, I think, rather than sort of going in our shells and becoming nervous, I think it was the injuries that done us today. The injury to Cresswell was massive. Yeah. Having to bring Johnson on for Noble was huge. I think Ben Rama was very naive, and maybe that's why he's not getting played with their first goal. I think it sort of second goal. It sort of came from him. But big props to the guys that have stepped. I mean, we're especially losing the sort of the spine of our side. Jared Bowen today, magnificent, and he really stepped up into that, and that's what we've done well all season. We've had somebody to step into to the shoes of the last man.
I think, like you said, what impresses me about this group of players is how they're willing to work hard for each other, how there's a togetherness about them. Okay, the careless comes to mind. That means you still want to do well. You're not deliberately doing it. But when you even look at the second goal, Masuaku should have blocked the cross, and he casually just put his leg in front of the winger. He should have gone in there and closed him down a lot quicker. So it's just in his nature, and I think all the players need to make sure Arthur's always switched on, because he switches off sometimes. But like you said, Bowen couldn't even run after 70 minutes, and I'm like shouting for Ben Rama to come on. Ben Rama was a little bit up and down in the Arsenal game. As we know, he needs to get a little bit more clever about how to keep possession and that kind of thing. And I think another thing comes to mind is when you haven't got a target striker up front, sometimes winning starts from the top. So we've got no one who can hold the ball up. It goes there, then he comes back again, second half. So, and then we're all trying to defend, and we were a little bit careless again because we had 2-3 centre halves on the pitch, and there should be no reason why their second goal kind of came. Masuaku, big time mistake for the first one. So it's just like you said, it's just the numbers. We don't have anyone to hold the ball up. But first half, when you don't need to hold the ball up, but go at them with pace and strength and interchanging passes, we're very good at that. But I think tactically we've done really well and just about got over the line. But I was looking at it. If we'd won 3-0, it makes a big thing to the goal difference because we're very close to Leicester, one or 2 points between us. And now instead of having 3-4 goal difference, it's back to 6 again, I think. So we've got to keep an eye on that. But we're into the last stretch now, 7 or 8, whatever there's left. Quite good games left. Yeah, Everton's a bit tricky, but the rest, like Brighton, Southampton, and those kind of teams, it's kind of in our hands. But can we keep going? There was a bit of a news out there thinking that Rice might be back in the fold quicker than we think. Hopefully, maybe he is. Dan Noble, the way he went down was very worrying, but he came up again, and hats off to everyone, Nicky. I mean, I'm feeling a lot better now than I was last week, and we just keep marching on, and then and they can just keep surprising me, mate. You know, just keep surprising me every week. How good we are and how we just keep doing it. And these teams, Arsenal, Wolves, and Leicester, as you know, oh my God, they are half decent teams.
Yeah. That's a whole run. That is. If you'd have looked at that at the beginning of the season, you'd be thinking, "Oh," and we've come away with 7 points. And arguably, it could have been 6. But if we'd have carried on the way in the Arsenal game that we have over the last sort of games before that, we should have been coming away. We could have been coming away with 9.
Yeah, double over Wolves, double over Leicester, and Arsenal a bit tricky as well. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, obviously, a bit of a shame about Villa letting Liverpool score in the last minute. That would have been even better for us, really. And let's see what happens in the Spurs-Man United game. But it's just surprising me. But we are very careless, and I don't know why we're giving the fans heart attacks. It's like Alan Smith, obviously being an ex-Leicester and ex-Arsenal, he's a bit annoying with his commentary, wanting that goal to happen. But fortunately, we held on. But it's not giving the ticker any help, is it, mate? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're 4th. We could be 3rd. We could be down to 5th or 6th. I don't know what's happening game to game, week to week. It's just all up in the air, Nicky. And let's see where we end up. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, I think, you know, rather than looking to Champions League, I think every 3 points we get now is a step towards some sort of European competition. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I'll go back to my 7th, always thinking of 7th, getting Europe. We really deserve Europe. It's such a shame and bad luck if we don't get it, because that means we'll be out in Europe. You know, Europa is a way of putting your club on the map there. Players know who you are. They'll want to join us. And if we get Lingard over the line, it will mean players want to... Who wouldn't want to play for the team now with players like Lingard, Souček and Rice and all those people? That we could bring better players, really, but just hoping... we get into Europe and that the board are really trying to make that list. They know who they're going to get. And as soon as that window opens, that we don't dilly and dally within the first couple of weeks. I want our targets nailed in and join the squad early, and then the fans can breathe a little bit. I don't want it going down to the last couple of weeks where we lose all our targets because Sullivan's doing, we got to sell, so I want to bring one in, that kind of policy. I don't want that happening again because it has kind of happened the last couple of windows. So, yeah, just want to make sure we're all the fans are certainly together with the manager and the squad. Hopefully the board's on our track and level. And you know, with Europa, the funny thing is, I think you've got to submit a team sheet with about 21, 22 players, and we've got about 14, 15, haven't we? So
Yeah.
I don't know what the rules are like. Can you submit something lower than that? I don't know how that's worked out, but yeah, the board have got to bring a lot of players in, really, and invest and hopefully you get more money in, and hopefully we're backing. And another example, I was trying to renew my season ticket. So last week, and I was told there's a 1-hour wait. So certainly the fans are getting excited. They want to come back. Sure. And some people who we did lose a couple of years ago didn't want to come back. They want to come back now. And obviously it's exciting times, and hopefully we get back in that stadium as soon as possible. We haven't even seen Kufal. We've seen Souček once, and we really want to appreciate how much we love these players. And it's all those good thoughts, really, yeah.
That's been good for Lingard. They would have loved Lingard. But we'll leave it there, yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
I really appreciate it. Once again.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.